Ladies, if I can have your attention, please. I'm just going to speak for a minute. You know, 3 or 4 weeks ago, whenever it was, you know, I stood in front of some of you, and some of you were on Zoom, if you recall. But, you know, after Coach Patton had come in and talked about her move. And that was a little emotional for her. It was a little emotional for you, a little emotional for me, because she had done such a wonderful job with you and our program for the last 4 years. But I made you a promise, if you recall. I told you that myself and Mr. Wall, our principal, we were going to do our best, our dead level best, to not find a good coach, but the absolute best coach for Smithson Valley and for our girls. And I'm here to tell you today that I feel like we have delivered on our promise. As you know by now, because everything gets out, we've hired Melissa Miller from Clark High School, who's going to get up and speak to you in just a few minutes as our new volleyball coach. She's also our assistant athletic coordinator. She's coming from Clark High School. I feel like that we hit a home run, not just for you, but for our school and our community. But before I hand it over to Coach Miller, Coach, would you come up here? Now, she's got to know what you girls already know. We're very particular around here at Smithson Valley on dark navy blue, right? Go all the way to black. You go all the way to black, and then you back up a little bit. But if you're going to coach here, you got to look the part. That's one thing. And then we got to get you some other stuff. See what all Miss Donna put in there. How's she going to look in that? Does that look pretty good? And in the pandemic, you got to have one of those. So, ladies, I'm going to get out of her way. Melissa Miller, you're head volleyball coach.
You know, I just think there's so many things that are offered here that contribute to a successful program, a successful school, a successful environment, community. You know, the facilities here are fantastic. The legacy that's here, I mean, just the tradition that's been built. Smithson Valley's been around forever as far as great volleyball programs. Things like the Ranger Network and the Booster Club involvement, and it just makes this a really good place and a place that I'm really excited to be.
Coach Miller, she's a great hire. Comes from Clark High School, a great program where she won. She's a proven commodity. We try to hire the best coaches here for Smithson Valley for our athletes. So she comes highly recommended. When we talked to her, we knew within the first 5 minutes of the conversation that she was right for Smithson Valley. She's excited to be here. We're excited to have her here, and we expect great things in our program moving forward. So we're excited to have Coach Miller.
We're very flattered by the attention our volleyball job got. We had some folks that were really highly qualified that were interested in this job, and we inquired about or talked to, but it didn't take us long for her to rise to the top. You know, myself and Mr. Wall were most involved in it. Our impressions matched right up with what everybody that we called on her about were saying. You know, just everything you want as a coach, everything you want as a leader, everything you want as a role model, has a proven track record. It's not like, well, we think this can work out. I mean, there's tangible evidence that it can. Very family-oriented. You know, married to a coach. She's a coach, got 2 young little boys that hang around the gym all the time. So she just seemed to fit Smithson Valley.